crack at Wet Beaver Creek is by far one of the best watering holes in Arizona. Stay tuned and we'll show you all about our awesome excursion there. So we're on our way to the crack at Wet Beaver Creek. It started about 8:30 this morning and it's already pretty warm. It's at least in the mid-80s right now. So we've got a ton of water and a ton of sunscreen. It's about a 3.5 mile hike all the way to the crack. It's pretty flat, but you're pretty exposed. So there's not a whole lot of shade anywhere. It runs along the creek. So there's spots where you can jump in along the way. And we haven't done that yet. We're just getting started and we'll keep you updated along the way. Here's a directions tip. When you get to this sign, the path forks. So take the path on the left and stay on Bell Trail. All right, we're just under a mile to go. It was pretty flat most of the way and we just had to start doing a little bit of climbing as we got up to some of these red rocks here. Really not bad, just a few stair steps that we had to come up. But it's kind of cool because we're on the edge of this plateau here near the red rocks. There's a little breeze finally up against the mountain and it's pretty scenic. We can see the creek down below us and the beautiful views. But we've been hiking for about an hour and a half and we've got just under a mile to go. So hopefully be there soon and take a dip in the water. What's up, Kens?
Tip. If you have a backpack with like water attached to it on the side, always put ice in the water pouch the night before so you'll have slightly cold water when you hike.
Yeah, that's a good tip. We froze some water bottles too and they're definitely melting and are nice and refreshing. All right, we'll catch up to you later. I think we are here. All right, I see people. Here we are. We made it to the crack. Pretty awesome, huh? Hey, what's up, everybody? We finally made it to the crack at Wet Beaver Creek. It took us about just under 2 hours to hike the 3.5 miles. Yeah, we got here at about 8:30 and started the hike. We got down here at around 10:30 and then got to our spot about 15 to 20 minutes later. So we thought we were kind of hitting it early, but I'll tell you, it was pretty warm on the hike in. It was doable, but we were pretty exposed and the temperature was, you know, it's June right now, mid-June, and the temperatures were probably in the mid-80s. So just be prepared for that. Bring a ton of water. We each brought about 3 liters of water and a little bit of extra, and just stay hydrated and make sure you have enough water to get here. And then obviously for the 3.5 mile hike back out. When you get here, it's awesome. You're totally out in the middle of the wilderness, and there's an awesome deep watering hole that we're gonna go jump into and cool off here in just a little bit once we finish our lunch. So we're finally here at the crack at Wet Beaver Creek.
Crack is whack.
All right, here it goes. First one in. A little chilly? It took his breath away. It'll warm up. Good job, bud. How was it?
It's like Russia. It's cold.
We've never been to Russia, but I guess it's...
I have a pretty good image.
All right, good job, bud. After checking it out, it was time for Parker and I to jump off some of the high cliffs. There's the crack. Just jumped off that ledge. It's only about 20 feet. Not too bad. Water's real deep and clear and warm. I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then you're going, all right? Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. We found a good shady spot to take a break in. We've been swimming in the creek for the last couple hours. We had lunch, jumped off all the cliffs, waited around, explored a little bit, and now we're just kind of relaxing in this awesome shady spot. There's a little breeze. It feels pretty good right now. There's Parker. Brooke's down by the creek exploring, and kind of our plan was to get here earlier in the morning before it got too hot, and then spend kind of the hottest part of the day here, have lunch here, and then now as the late afternoon hits and it gets a little cooler, we're going to make the trek back. So we're just kind of waiting out
We're going to go back
the hottest part of the day here, and yeah, maybe start heading back around 3. But this spot's pretty awesome with this breeze, and I'm not sure we want to leave here right now. All right, that's a wrap on the crack. We had a good day here. We spent about 3.5 hours here, and now for the tough part, we've got the 3.5 mile hike back to our truck in the parking lot. But did you guys have fun today?
Yeah, I did.
It's getting pretty warm, so we're gonna get going. And it was pretty warm on the hike out, so we made sure to drink a lot of water, and whenever we found shade, we stopped to have a little rest. On the way out, we came across a hiker who had twisted her ankle pretty bad. The fire department actually had to drive her out, but it looked like she was going to be okay. All right, we made it out. Not gonna lie, that was a little warm walk on the way out. 3.3 miles, and it was like 95 to 97 degrees. But we made it. It was definitely worth the trek in and out because that watering hole was awesome. Parker had a burst of energy and sprinted ahead, and hopefully has the car going with the air conditioning on. All right, what's up everybody? We are back in the car, and we had to get in the car as quickly as we could because it's 97 degrees out, and we just finished the walkout, which was 3.5 miles. So we're all pretty worn out, but in good spirits, and we all survived, and it was definitely an awesome excursion. Yeah, that watering hole was probably one of the best watering holes that I've been to in Arizona, but you have to work for it to get there.
You definitely have to work for this watering hole. It's probably one of the bigger ones in Arizona. I think.
So quick recap, about 7 miles round trip. The first, let's say 2/3 is pretty flat and exposed. And then the last third, or the last mile or so, is a slight climb up some rocks and red rocks and a few stair steps. And then you descend back down into the creek. While we're sitting here, as far as a packing list goes, here's the rundown. Water. Everybody needs at least, I'd say, 3 liters of water. We brought full 2-liter camelbacks, and then also a couple of extra bottles of water each. And don't just bring water, bring electrolytes also. You need something else to fuel your body.
Absolutely.
Definitely recommend bringing lunch, snacks, etc. for each person. Bring a bathing suit. We all hiked in with normal clothes or hiking clothes on, and then we changed at the creek. Most people that we saw did that, and you definitely want to be in your bathing suit. And then also bring water shoes or Chacos or Tevas or something like that. The rocks around the cliffs get really hot, and there's not a lot of shade. So the folks that we saw that didn't have shoes on and they're running around barefoot, dude, their feet were burning. So definitely bring something else to run around with and get in the water with when you get down there. Let's see. Also, sunscreen. A lot of sunscreen is a must.
A hat. You have got to bring a hat. I mean, just don't even go if you don't have a hat.
Yeah, definitely. Also bring a little towel or like a small something to sit on and dry off with. And then always, we recommend bringing a small first aid kit as well. But other than that, it's a great trek and a great adventure. Last thing is, there's no cell service once you get on the hike and toward the creek. So just be prepared for that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. There's one porta potty, actually the double stall when you go in, and that's it.
I always bring toilet paper or wet wipes and pack that in my first aid kit or my travel kit. So anyway, we highly recommend the Crack at Wet Beaver Creek. It's one of the best watering holes in Arizona that we've been to. So get out there and explore and adventure. And thanks for escaping the bubble with us on this hot day at the Crack. Woo! After a long hot hike like that, we've been thinking about it for the last hour and a half. Where are we going, guys? Yeah, Sonic! And we're gonna get the coldest slushies or milkshakes and get some brain freeze.
So yummy!
All right, see ya.
Sonic! We want you to escape the bubble. Like and subscribe.